Doing a mic check. I am Serena, back with media literacy, digital literacy, political literacy content for you with critical thinking and for the creator economy. So let's uh, let's capture some content, some value for you today. I really want to share this. I just did a short video, reel, TikTok, etc., about this on my various channels, and I thought, you know what, let's just dive a little bit deeper into this. Let's talk about it at the same time. There's only so much I can put into a short about this, into a reel, into an Instagram reel, TikTok, whatever. So this is from the London School of Economics, LSE, but you know, when you're saying it, just saying LSE, it's really like, it's always bugged me ever since I was like back in my uni days. Everyone wants to say LSE, but it's LSE. But I mean, okay, let's move on. So this is from the London School of Economics, and this piece is called Unlocking Tomorrow, the intersection of digital literacy with regulation, children's well-being and rights. And I thought it was a really interesting piece, which is why I wanted to share it here. And so let's get a bit into the details. To thrive in the ever evolving digital environment, children and young people must gain. Sorry, one sec. Bring my screen a little bit closer. Must gain digital literacy. But what difference does digital literacy make to children's well-being and rights? Over the past 3 years, the ySKILLS researchers have used multiple methods to answer to answer this question and explore the ramifications of the new evidence for European policy and practice. Here, LSE's Mariah Stolova and Sonia Livingston explain some of the findings. There's a synthesis available for this study as well, which is great. We can go into that as well. So there's a video here, the role of digital literacy for online risk and well-being. We're not going to do that only because it will just sort of take us into like a 20-minute watching situation, and I want to talk to you guys about this. So just make sure mic and everything is okay. Okay, great. So ySKILLS defines digital literacy broadly, covering, sorry, one second, I just realized completely I've got the wrong title here. So one sec, I'm just going to change the title of this live stream. It's very silly of me. Let's change it to the article name. Let's just talk about digital literacy, children and well-being. Let's go LSE, and let's get rid of this. I'm so sorry to have done that. Just a bit of admin, just to get that out of the way. I think that's fine now. So we can go back to the article now. So as I was saying, the three-wave panel study with over 10,000 children aged 11 to 16 across 6 European countries showed that children's skills are unevenly distributed and influenced by individual, social, and country-specific factors. Here is what helps children develop skills. As children get older, they tend to have better digital skills overall, but when it comes to specialized skills like programming or content creation, age doesn't necessarily make a difference. Now, there's some interesting findings here. Let's just go through them and then I want to discuss them. Girls often excel in communication skills online. Just one moment. How much of this do I want to get into? Okay. While boys typically demonstrate strength in technical areas. However, there's no significant gender gap in digital knowledge. I think that's what we kind of want to focus on here. The more time children spend online, the better their digital skills, especially in communication. However, just being online more doesn't mean that children's skills will improve. The more children spend, the better their digital skills, but doesn't mean their digital skills will improve. So the more time children spend online, the better their digital skills, especially communication. However, just being online doesn't mean that children's skills will improve. Okay. So it means that something else is needed, right? To go alongside us being online. engaging with stuff, practicing stuff. Okay. How parents handle their kids' online activities matters. Being too restrictive can hinder skill development, while being supportive can help, albeit only weakly. Regarding online risks and well-being, ySKILLS discovered that generally enhancing digital literacy doesn't necessarily heighten the risks of online engagement, yet there's a notable exception. Children skilled in content creation may encounter a higher exposure to potentially harmful content. I think that's quite reasonable. The more you are online, I mean, as an adult creator, the amount of nonsense you end up consuming. There's not much of a link between digital literacy, technology use, and psychological well-being. However, digital skills might moderate technology use and well-being. There is not a strong connection between digital skills and social well-being. Being better at communicating online can mean children feel more supported by their friends, but spending more time online might make them feel lonelier. Children's digital skills don't seem to directly affect how much they move around physically, but spending more time on the internet could mean being less active. Well, of course. I wanted to say no shit, Sherlock. I just did. Information and navigation skills can help children do better. In schools, hmm, in school, while content creation might lower their grades, also being better at communicating and interacting online can be good for school performance. For a synthesis of the multi method findings, yeah, there is a pretty decent synthesis there. I just want to do a quick scroll. Okay, let's just pop into there because there's some interesting things in the overview. Come on, love. Open up. So if I go down here, I can just literally, there you go. Right over, there's like a grid, and it's pretty decent breakdown. Okay, here we go. So we've already looked at some of the things that the experts stress the importance of towards a shared conceptual understanding and commitment. Terms and concepts that are usually being distinguished by academics, such as digital skills, competences, and literacies, are in practice often used interchangeably by the wider public. A shared understanding of digital skills and adequate indicators to measure them are essential. Without this common ground, development of effective evidence based interventions or informing policies is difficult. I will say that academically or even in the workplace, the approach to digital literacy is very unique. It's not coming from a uniform place. I think also with the fast paced growth in AI and the introduction of it in the workplace, in academia, in a school setting, learning setting, means that everyone is constantly trying to play catch up and get to a very basic literate level. And so, for us to all be speaking using the same terminology from the same hymn sheet is going to be quite a high and unrealistic expectation. And it might just be that we have to accept that for a period of time, it's going to take quite well, a significant amount of time for people to not only play catch up, but to become or at least achieve a basic digital literacy level of competence, right? Digital inequalities, the experts voiced concerns about the risk of exacerbating existing social inequalities. Children from socioeconomically disadvantaged backgrounds often have less access to both digital equipment and education. Additionally, they often do not receive as much support or guidance at home as their peers because their parents often struggle with digital technologies themselves. The experts identified several other factors of influence, in particular, inequalities along the lines of age and gender were mentioned. Formal education sectors play a key role. Want to read more? I think that's a really useful article. What I'm going to do is let's back this up very quickly, and I'm just going to give you the link, and it's going to be provided in the description. So you don't have to sweat it. So that's going to be available for you. I think it's a really interesting conversation for us to have about digital literacy, about sort of the access that parents have to it and not relying on everything that their children tell them. I think you're in a really healthy position and in a position of strength if you become a lot more literate yourself before you try and learn through your children, because the knowledge that children have is also very limited and more than likely limited to a selection, a very short selection of apps, not necessarily browser based use. So let me know what your thoughts are. As always, I'm always sharing digital literacy, media literacy, political literacy content, short content on social media. So that's TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. And I will be back here with more content. Thank you for jumping in this stream, and I'll be back very soon.